Welcome to 2025, another year of doom scrolling on TikTok until your eyes cross, swiping left and right on people like you're online shopping, and posting pointless selfies on Instagram to try and get people to like you. Here's to another 365 days of anxiety, depression, insecurity, sleepless nights, comparison, and overall misery. But hold on, did you know it doesn't have to be like that? Hi, my name is Jillian, and I'm your online mom. Let's shake hands. Here to tell you that it really is that damn phone. And maybe you clicked on this video because you realized that, but have no idea how to put it down and keep from reaching for it again in a matter of minutes. In today's video, I'm going to give you 25 hobbies to fill your time and fulfill yourself, because you deserve better than drowning in blue light all day, every day. So go ahead and subscribe and save this video, because you never know if you might need to come back to it for more ideas in the future. Now, before we get into the video, I do want to give you guys a little bit of a disclaimer. The point of hobbies is not necessarily to be good at them. The point of a hobby is that it's something to fulfill your time and to give you enjoyment, to bring you peace, to make you feel good about yourself. Because sometimes it is okay to just do things that are pointless and that just bring us joy. We don't have to monetize everything that we do. So, with that being said, let's get into my list of hobbies. So the first idea that I have for you guys is journaling. And right now I have two of my old journals with me. Both are very different from the other. This red one here, traditional journal, full of just my writing, my ideas, my deepest, darkest secrets. I've got poems in here, all sorts of different stuff. So that's fun. Then I have a more creative journal, okay? And this one is where I have a little scrapbook type journal going on, which is where I would take pictures and receipts and movie tickets and stuff and paste them in here and just have a grand old time doing so. And I did a page for each and every month. Like this month I went to a Louis Tomlinson concert, so I put it in the journal. You could do a page like this for just one singular day. You don't have to wait until the end of your month, but like other things you can journal. You don't have to just write about your day. You could write a poem, write a song, start writing a story, a novel maybe, start planning that out in there. Literally, you could write whatever you want. You could make your grocery lists in there. It could just be like an everyday thing. It doesn't have to have rules to it, basically. Okay, the second one is making vision boards. Now, a lot of people will just make these for the new year, heading into the new year, and I actually have a video that I just put up about that topic. I'll put it up in the card so you guys can go watch that after this one. But something else that is super fun is making a quarterly vision board. So you make your one for the first 3 or 4 months of the year, whatever. Then summer hits. You make a summer vision board. I am the queen of doing this, and I like to make Pinterest boards to go with it and everything. And I make playlists. You can get all of my vision board tips in that video that I just mentioned. Now this one does require a device of some sort, whether that's your laptop or your phone, but in my brain, as long as you're not using it for social media, a little technology as part of your hobby can't hurt. So making vision boards is a really good fun idea. Plus, I just feel like it elevates whatever season of life you're in and helps you to romanticize it more, which we all love that. My third tip is to paint. I'm a terrible painter. I am not really a great artist at all, but I can't deny that there is something extremely peaceful about going outside, laying in a patch of sunlight, and just painting. And I think this is a really good hobby for people who are control freaks like me, because I feel like you're so tempted to want to do something perfect and not be embarrassed by how it looks and to be good at it. It stifles our creativity because we're trying too hard to focus on it being good. So, painting. I feel like it's very calming and relaxing if you can just let go and allow the art and the vision to flow through your fingertips. And I mean, there's different types of ways that you can paint too. There's watercolor, acrylic paint. The world is your oyster with this one. This next one is kind of a 3-for-1. Embroidery, knitting, and crocheting. You could take up all of these, take up 1 or 2, but the amount of people that I have seen like at my college campus knitting in the student center in between classes, or at my job in between clients, just knitting and having the time of their life. I mean, my grandma has tried to teach me to crochet, but I don't have the patience. But that's the point of a hobby, is that it's something fun and slow. You have to take your time with it. So I might be giving this a shot. Number 5 is puzzles. It takes up so much of your time. It takes so much brain power and patience. And then at the end, you just have this beautiful thing. And I'm pretty sure some people frame their puzzles, so you get some freaking decor out of it. And it's something you can do with friends and family, which is always a good thing and worth your while in my book. Number 6 is one of my personal favorites, and that is baking. I'm a major fan of baking. Am I the best baker in the world? No. But it is super fun to just, kind of climb the ladder of the baking world, because the more you bake, the more sophisticated you want to get with it, and the more that you learn about food and what goes into it and how to measure it and how to make it right. Because it is a science, which is so interesting, but it's like the most girlhood science in the world. So like, I just recently made some cinnamon rolls. It was a great time. I think the biggest takeaway from everything on this list is that it takes patience, which is what we all need to regain since we've spent the past, I don't know, however many years of our lives just scrolling on TikTok and losing all ability to be calm. So baking. Number 7, I am so envious of anyone who has the ability and the space to do this. But start a garden. And maybe you don't even have to physically start one outside. You could start a garden in your room, get a potted plant, and start taking care of it. Or get outside, because that is something that I have always kind of wanted to do, is start a garden. Number 8, coloring. This one is like a childhood pastime for everybody, I would hope. You can print pictures online. There's like plenty of free sites that have a bajillion little coloring pages that you can print out, or you can go buy an adult coloring book. I personally love my A Court of Thorns and Roses coloring book, and I'll do so, like I'll turn on some music and sit on my living room floor and just have the best time ever. It's literally so relaxing too. Number 9 is a massive one for me individually. Reading. Reading is probably my number 1 hobby. My goal is to read 50 books this year, which means that I better be hobbying it up, okay? We're ditching Pinterest scrolling this year. We're ditching watching YouTube videos for hours. And if you haven't already, we're ditching TikTok and Instagram too, okay? Reading is so fun, and you can collect your own little library, and me personally, I love to annotate my books, so they kind of, in a sense, become a little journal within themselves, because they've got my writing in them and my highlights and my thoughts, and I don't know, it's just so magical. Number 10, learn an instrument. I think that one is so fun, and you could learn the piano, guitar, the ukulele, drums, the trumpet, the flute, the triangle, anything that you want. You can learn to play all of your favorite songs. Number 11, this one also requires some screen time. Make playlists. I am someone who loves to make a playlist. I make playlists for book characters, movies, a particular feeling. So fun. Number 12, get into some photography. Photography is something that I feel like every girl has had a phase in, and she's like, I'm gonna be a photographer. And then you beg and beg for like a Canon camera for Christmas, and then you use it for 2 months, and then it's literally, you don't know where it is. That was me. But you can go out and spend your whole day just exploring your town and taking pictures, exploring your house. It's like the best way to romanticize and memorialize your own life, because then you can get all the pictures printed out, scrapbook with them, going back to my very first tip, journaling. And it's like a double whammy. Boom. Number 13, write a book. Now, this could be something you do for fun or seriously. You could start writing a legitimate novel that maybe you want to get published, or maybe you want to write a fan fiction and just have the time of your life on Wattpad. Like, some of my fondest memories are from the summer of 2020, where I spent all day, every day, writing a chapter for my fan fiction, getting on Pinterest, looking for GIFs to put in the chapter, picking a song to fit the chapter. Wattpad is fun. AO3, whatever floats your boat. I just think it's fun, and you get to be creative If you're being creative, then it's a win in my book. Number 14 is walking slash physical fitness. And that's the same thing. But I feel like for some people, like just going on a walk, a hot girl walk, if you will, is more digestible at first than like going to the gym or getting out in your own backyard or in your house and working out, because it takes some discipline to work out, where I feel like it's a little bit more fun and flirty and fresh to just go for a little walk. So I say with this one, do whatever floats your boat, but it is a hobby, in my opinion. And it's a fun one because the more you get into it, the more it becomes part of your life. Like you make playlists, like walking playlist or like beast mode at the gym playlist. Number 15 is kind of an interesting one, but for a long time it was one of my major hobbies, I guess, and that is going for drives. I am someone who loves being in my car. I love driving. It is some of the most peaceful moments of every single one of my days. Just getting to be alone in my car, taking in the world around me, listening to my favorite music. I don't know. Something about driving, it just, and the movement, it just motivates me to like live my life, and it's very strange. I can't really explain it. With driving as a hobby, you get to explore your city again and drive to new places. Drive to see the sunset. I mean, that's personally one of the hobbies I want to take up in the summertime this year, is to go and watch the sunset every single night and drive. I don't know, there's just something romantic about driving to me. Number 16 is a major favorite one of mine, and that is making friendship bracelets. I have been a friendship bracelet making fiend since my Eras Tour show, but I make friendship bracelets for everything now. Like last summer, I made a billion and just had them up and down my arms. I recently just made some for my friends and I because we had the most fun little Harry Potter night, so I made everybody a bracelet that coincided with their house. It's something you can share with people, and it's something you can do with your friends. Like you could literally make a whole night out of it, you and your girlfriends. Like make a little charcuterie board, have some Prosecco, rosé. You can make a whole moment out of it. But also the point of this video is more so things for you to do in your free time that fulfill you. This is again a technological one, but if I can do it, you can do it, and that is make a YouTube channel. This one I think is gonna fit those of us that have always been inclined towards video editing, video making, whatever. I spent my entire childhood forcing my cousins to make like little videos with me. So this is very much a hobby for me, even though it is one that heavily relies on screens, and I don't always enjoy that. But I think if you can walk that line and set boundaries with yourself, like I now have, it is fun and you'll have a good time, and you never know what could come of it. Number 18 is one that I am so jealous of anyone who is able to do this, but that is bike riding. I don't own a bike, and I have trauma personally because when I was younger and wanted a bike, I wanted one of those cute ones that's like it was like light blue and it had a little basket on the front, and my parents told me that was a granny bike and wouldn't get it for me, so I got like an ugly one. And then the granny bike became popular and it was all over Pinterest, and I was deeply hurt for many years after and I never rode a bike again. That was dramatic. But bike riding, it's another form of exercise, another way to get outside and to just leave behind the screens. And I feel like it's a cute way to romanticize your life too, especially if you have one of the granny bikes that I always wanted. Number 19, super fun one, pottery. You can go paint pottery, make pottery. That blows my mind because I don't think I could ever do that. So if you can do that, or you have the desire to learn and like get your hands right, and all the power to you, girl. But with that one, I feel like it's one that you can get so creative with. And then another one that kind of goes hand in hand with the pottery is clay. Like I know you can buy clay at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or wherever and mold it into whatever shapes you want, and then bake it and then paint it, and you have your own little doodad, like whatever. You could make a jewelry tray or a vase or a coffee mug, or I don't know, just whatever you want. Number 20, one that I tried to do but failed in ultimately, that is learn a new language. There's plenty of apps for this, like Duolingo, whatever. You could find a YouTube channel to teach you. You could do one of those Babbel sponsorships that so many people have and like take a class. I don't know, but this one is one that will really enrich you, really get your brain, the gears turning in there. I think any hobby that makes you smarter is worth trying. And if anyone's curious, I tried to learn French. Number 21 is one that I hear about all the time, and I'm so jealous of everyone that plays this because I've never played and I really want to. That is pickleball. It's like taking the world by storm, and then also there's cute outfits you can wear when you play, and you can make new friends this way and get physical and get outside. And this is me begging my friends who play pickleball, please invite me to play pickleball with you. Number 22 also includes some screen time, but that is make music videos with your friends. Literally my fondest memories from my youth, I'm still young. My fondest memories from childhood and my teenage years were making music videos with my cousins because it was always a whole ordeal. You know, you've gotta pick the song, and then you have to plan the video, pick the theme, you've gotta do your hair, your makeup, pick your wardrobe, or maybe you don't wanna do all that, maybe you just wanna make a silly little video star. That's great too. Or you could just make one by yourself. Like maybe you're an aspiring director or actor or whatever. It could just be fun to play pretend for a day. Number 23 is one that I would love to take up this year, and that is cooking. This is not only one that you can be so creative with and that is gonna teach you so much, but there's also so many health benefits to this one because I don't know if y'all know what's in the food that they're serving us, but I think it's time we stopped eating that because then maybe we wouldn't all be so sick and depressed. So I think this one is maybe the most beneficial to you out of everything on this list, is to just start to cook and to get educated on what you're putting in your body. Number 24, video games. This is a screen too, don't kill me. But what I'm thinking of in my brain when I put this on here is like a DS. Like, does anyone else still have their old DS sitting around? And for you youngins who don't know what I'm talking about, let me show you. This is my old DS case. It is very cracked and decrepit. Here is my old DS, everybody. We've got Super Princess Peach inside. And you know, this is one that I think just will connect a lot of us back to our youth. It's something that you do by yourself without the influence of the outside world, which is why I think that technology used to genuinely be so harmless and so fun until social media got involved, because then it's like you're literally being bombarded by everybody and their mother and their opinions and their thoughts and their aesthetics, and you should do this, you should do that, you shouldn't do this ever. So bring out an old DS and just have some fun like you used to when you were 8 years old. And now for the last one, nails. Get into nail art. Or just do your own nails like me. It's so hard, especially if you're painting with your non-dominant hand, but then it's just something you learn over time, and it's fun, and you can change up your nail color and your entire look really for any season, any outfit, any reason really. Like, I just look at them and I'm like, I want a new color. So I go sit down and paint my nails. You could learn to do nail art, like I was saying. Like, I recently learned how to do French tips at home from this Pinterest video, which so cool. And now I might get into doing like legit nail art, you know? Maybe I'll do some polka dots or something one day. So there were 25 hobbies for you guys to take with you into 2025. I know there are lots of videos on here that are gonna give you like 100, 150, a million. But I really wanted to give you some, even if only a few, that are very well thought out and that I feel like are actually beneficial and will keep you from going back to social media. So comment down below any ideas you guys have that I might have missed. And remember, please remember, that these hobbies are personal and they're meant to be an individual thing that brings you joy. So forget aesthetics, forget what's gonna look cute and trendy and girly online, and do what you love. Do what enriches you, please, and do what makes you forget that phones even exist. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video, and don't forget to disconnect for a while. Love you. Bye.